간단히 시ppen take it on coffee coffee company yeah oh yeah it's the coffee company whoa it's the coffee company whoa coffee
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the coffee company. It is 12 degrees centigrade. It's actually quite a nice day today. It's not too chilly, not too bad. The chill isn't in the air, but we're here. It's a good day. We're going to have some fun, having a bit of rest and relaxation, as it says in the title. Yeah, it's going to be a fun day. Welcome back. Thank you to Mr. Sava for sending the redirect, even though it is his fault we spent 3 hours on a show. I haven't done that in a long time. I have not done that in a long time, and it was a lot of fun. We will be joined by Mr. Coover in a bit after we go through the pleasantries. I need a cup of coffee. I've already had 2 coffees today, and I haven't had my Coca-Cola yet, so I haven't got the sugar I need. But before we go to the people in the chat. Well, before, let's go to the people in the chat. Let's see. We got the number 1 Agon bar in the world. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you. We have the sheriff's in the house. YouTube member. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Hopefully you are well, sir. Good to see you. YouTube member and moderator as well. Tweaky. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Andrew Gregory, YouTube members in the house. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. We got Swifty. Good to see you, Swifty. Rest and relaxations and that. No, not one of those. Not one of those. We have Scott Collivers in the house. YouTube member. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Thank you so much as well. We've got my lovely baby, of course. We got my boobies in the house. And hope all is well in chat and happy. And it is. You've taken the sting out of it. It is mine and Mickey's anniversary today. So love you, Bubby. Incredibly proud of you, as I said in my Instagram post, which you can find on most of your mates with me on Instagram anyway. But love you very much. Hopefully you're having an amazing day. And yeah, it's a good time. It's been this year has come by so quickly. It's bizarre. It's bizarre, but I'm much happier now that this person on the screen is in my life. Couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. We got Tomo's in the house. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, YouTube member. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully you're well. We got Lily White Lane. Good to see you, Robbie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Ian Ferguson. Good to see you. YouTube member. Good to see you, bud. Hopefully you're well. Everyone's sending thank you so much. Go ahead. Thank you so much. But yeah, I can't believe it's been a year. I cannot believe it's been a year. Mad, right? It's been totally mad. It has been crazy. The time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, medal in the post. Yes, medal is in the post. Some other things are in the post as well. But thank you so much, everyone. But without further ado, I do need a coffee. What do I go for? Where do I go? I am fancying. Yeah. Let's go for a Christmassy one. I can go for a spooky one. I don't want to have too much caffeine because I haven't had that much food yet. I'm going to make myself an espresso. Actually, no. I'm going to make... you go straight back. What? I'm confused. Good to see you, Ian. We got Phil. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, Phil. Hopefully you're well, bud. Good to see you. It's wonderful to see you at the weekend again. You mean like Black Americano? No, I don't want to do that, mate. No, it's not me. Not for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't like black coffee. I don't like it. It's not for me. I like filter, but I don't like Americanos. I don't like them. For me, it's just not my jam. Oh, I haven't even got my fireplace. That's how I was in so much of a hurry. So much of a hurry. I didn't put my fireplace on. Where is it? There we go. It's probably going to put an advert on. No, it didn't. Filter dripping. Oh, do you want to go? I can go filter. I can go filter. Let's do it. I can do a filter coffee. I can do a filter coffee. I like filter coffee. So let's get rid of that. Here we go. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? You have Thinker? Thinker's good. I like Thinker. Thinker is good. Up at 92 degrees. Let's get my stuff set up. Because we can do a filter in front of the camera. We can do that. We can do the filter right in front of the camera. But I do like a filter coffee. But how is everyone doing? What's everyone feeling like? Everyone relaxed now after that shambles that was it? What did everyone think of myself and Cooves on the show? I thought that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed streaming with Coover and Sava. I think. Need to take this grinder apart and service it. Just watch Leo's blog from the game. Look like a blast. Can't wait to go. I can't wait to have you in. It's going to be a laugh. It's going to be a laugh when you're over here. I do miss Leo. It's a real shame. Leo's one of the good ones. He's one of the good ones. Just a really nice guy. But things can't last forever. Things cannot last forever, and he's got a family to go back to. So we will see him in April. We will see Leo in April. Same, I missed the first half. I enjoyed that show. That was good. It was good, right? I wonder how much crap we're going to get from the fanboys. We're going to get loads of stuff. Do smell the brew? It's Cup Company. The coffee company theme song is stuck in my head. Coover did an epic job on that theme song. My Instagram. We'll have a new manager next time Leo's back. We will do, mate. Big up, Ben. Favorite drink and still Ange out. My favorite drink is Coca-Cola, other than coffee. That's weird. Secret. Oh, we've got a secret. What the hell's happening? Whoa! I can't say. I can't say. That's a bombshell. Bombshell. I do love a can of cherry coke. Are you a No, I'm not a coffee gangster, mate. I would say I'm a pirate, but I'm not. I'm not a gangster. And if I am a gangster, I'm more Italian gangster rather than gangster. Oh, we got Coombs joining us. I can see him on the screen. He's there. Groover.
Big up, Ben. Big up all in chat.
What's
It's been a fun
happening?
day for me today so far.
Yeah, it's a laugh.
It is. It's going to ruffle a few feathers. Things being said on Sava's channel as usual.
Oh, people are going to be so mad about us later, Cooves.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know what? If they go mad, it's their own fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause
Opinions are.
I think we were very fair on that show just then. I think we were very fair.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm quite pleased we all agreed on Ange 5 out of 10 rating so far.
Yeah.
Because it is meh. It's in the middle, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
if we go and win something, he's done well.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Do you? But the question, it's all about belief, isn't it? Do you believe he's going to do it?
And we don't.
No.
You are a coffee artist. Thank you so much, Tweaky, for the 3-month membership. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. The Spooky is really good. I'm drinking it now. We have Rinketics in the house. I haven't watched it yet. You've got something to watch later.
Plenty of nostalgia in that one, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, big up. Question for Kuva. Christian Gross or Ange? Just watch that show we were just on. Yeah, it's Christian Gross or Ange. It's going Ange, unfortunately. But
Ange.
But it's not a lot. It's not a lot, is it? It's not a lot in it. The Trout Spinners. Yep, the Trout Spinners.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Sheriff. Thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Thank you so much, bud. Mourinho or Ange? Mourinho. Kuva's out on wink wink. There's some bloke waffling on We Are Tottenham. It's Daigle on We Are Tottenham TV at the moment. It's Daigle on We Are Tottenham TV.
Oh, I don't know. He could be, couldn't he?
Kuva's owes me money for them toys. Wink, wink, wink. No.
Big up, Swifty. Big up, Swifty.
You owe him money, Swifty.
Yeah, all those thousands that you've got.
Yeah. Why do I owe an apology to Conte? I never wanted Conte out.
I did.
I didn't.
And I'm not apologising for it.
Yeah. Why do I have apology forms?
Yeah, I didn't want Mourinho and I didn't want Conte. I don't like that style of football. So why should I back something I don't like?
Yeah. Will you celebrate 1 year? 1 year? Yeah, of course we're going to celebrate. But just as I think I said it on stream, Mickey's dad went for surgery on bowel cancer yesterday. So I don't know when I will next. I will be very luckily. Will it be this weekend? But it's more likely going to be next weekend. I'll see Mickey. So yeah, he's doing well. The surgery went very well, and onwards and upwards. It's a horrible thing to have surgery for, but he's got through it, and we'll have to see for the next 3 months if it is where it is.
On the bright side, they have at least identified it and done something about it.
Yeah,
some people don't get that lucky.
Whitney Houston.
This is all these references, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. For anybody that doesn't get those ones, the old Carl Pilkins and stuff. Yeah.
If we don't win anything, we can always walk at the shadows of NFL giants.
That's true.
Afternoon, Paddy. Good to see you, Paddy. Hopefully you're well. Pass on my best wishes. I will do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seldom or me never. But yeah. Why is this acting all weird? I don't know. It's a StreamYard acting all weird for my comments.
I might be slow, but I catch up in the end.
Hope all goes well for absolutely. New odor.
Co-op mince pie, Ben. Look at how thin that is. That's
terrible.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
The perhaps the saving grace is it looks like the pastry's quite thin, so the filling won't be sort of diluted too much.
So it'll be like
That is not.
that doesn't do it for me.
No, that's a bit poor, isn't it?
That's a bit limp, isn't it? Ooh. There we go. Now they're coming up. Okay. Here we go. So I'm gonna have my coffee now. This is all your fault, Ian. I'm having a black coffee. But what's been happening, Coos?
You know what? It's not bad.
Oh, okay.
The flavour's good. That's what matters the most, isn't it?
How's the pastry?
Pastry's crunchy. Not too crunchy though, not too thick so that it's rock hard. But yes,
That's a limp biscuit.
It is a little bit, but the mince filling's good. It's tangy. It's tart enough. And who doesn't like the word tart?
Yeah. Leo didn't like a mince pie. He didn't like a mince pie.
I couldn't imagine that's an American type thing.
No, it's not. I've got my first box of M&S. Oh, they were good. I like the M&S mince pies. They were really, really quality. Kreisterberg. I like it. Tart and tangy are the only way to have those. Absolutely. Plenty of booze as well. You want a bit boozy as well. I do like a bit boozy.
Oh, this one's not boozy. It's just very fruity. I'm quite enjoying it, though. It does leave your mouth watering a little bit, which is always a good sign. That means enough tang and enough tart.
Yeah, absolutely. I like mine with some rum flavour. Ooh. Greg's mince pies are nice. Okay. But Greg's are fantastic at everything.
The kids always ask for Greg's. Always. Because they like it.
My favourite thing from Greg's is the yum yum.
It's the fact they deliver as well around here. It's great.
Yeah. I don't deliver around. I'm too far away from a Greg's, I think.
I like the selection of pasties and the fact they'll just arrive in a box nice and warm already. It's great to have takeaway.
Question for Kuva. Are you scared of snakes or spiders?
Spiders don't bother me in the slightest. I can easily handle tarantulas and things, but snakes, no way. I am Indiana Jones when it comes to that.
Yeah.
That just sends a shiver down my spine.
Yeah.
Even though I know a snake isn't venomous, I'm still terrified of it biting me.
Yeah.
It's a psychological thing. It's I see fangs and I assume that's going to poison me. I'm going to die.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders. I don't like either because I'm a bit of a scaredy cat. But I will deal with both. If I see a spider in my bathroom at 2 in the morning, I'm gonna deal with it. But I'm not gonna But snakes, I can deal with them. But if I see a king cobra, I'm running the other way.
That's just standard though. Safe, keeping yourself safe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just me being smart.
You know what? If you see a king cobra though, you don't have to rely on a mongoose to kill it. Do you know that a household cat will kill a snake easily?
Get round the back and grab its head.
The reaction time of a cat is significantly advanced compared to any snake. They will mess with it, and they won't get hurt. It's amazing to watch.
They grab it round the back of their head as well because they know that's how you control a snake.
And a cat's fearless. Cat will take on a bull.
Yeah. You can
There's
get
nothing not quite like the pussycat slap at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That'll take down anything.
I was poisoned by a cobra in India yesterday. If you know, you know. I like it. How many cobras did you have, Mark? 7? Cobra's not my favourite beer at an Indian. I think a Kingfisher's better. I think Kingfisher's all right. But you haven't met our cats then, lol. 114. I've had an albino king python around my neck. The pressure it squeezed on my neck was unreal. Beautiful creatures. No, nah, not for me. I'm not getting anywhere near one of those. Nowhere near.
I've seen one snake that I thought looked quite cute in a way, and it was a little.
Yeah.
My eldest son Owen, he loves snakes.
Yeah.
And he showed me like this baby snake of some variety. and it genuinely looked sweet. It was like looked all innocent, big eyes and
Yeah.
lovely little markings on the face. I thought, oh, okay, I could get on with that.
Yeah.
The moment they've grown longer than about, you know,
your arm,
a foot long or something, though, forget it.
Big up Tribal Chief and Kuva. Good to see you, Angus. Good to see you, mate. Question for the panel: did you ever watch Ninjago? No, I've never seen it.
I'm aware of what it is, but I've never seen it.
We got Phillips in the house. Big up Kulu. Kulu. Sorry for calling you the other guy. I didn't know your name, Ben. Now you called him Kulu.
Kulu twice.
Yeah, the Kulu Defense League is right here. TR3. Oh, try it TR3. Okay. I thought you meant lager. I don't know what you mean. You speak funny down there. It's just like you say to me, you speak funny up there. But, oh, what's Tom sending me?
Anyway, otherwise, do we feel Christmas on the way?
Yes.
No, the sun's come out too much today. It doesn't feel like it at all.
Today, I was really excited. Because for the first time, because I'm always looking, because there's one thing that makes me sound like I'm a bit of an elitist posh person, and I love skiing. I love the atmosphere when you go to a ski resort. Just that calmness, that sort of how respectful everyone is. It's a bit snooty, but in a good way. This morning was the first time at the ski resort I go to, it started snowing. It's the first time it started snowing today. And I was just like, right, I'm excited. I want to go skiing now. But yeah, it's definitely for me. I'm looking forward to it. Have you watched the new Penguin series?
Yeah.
Absolute quality.
There was the season finale last night, and all I will say is I will give away no spoilers, but damn,
I need to watch that. Is it? It's only on Sky, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch it. Next question: did you honestly think Skriniar and Bastoni would have joined you? Because I don't. We've got room. Skriniar was ready to sign. Skriniar was ready to sign. That's 100%. He was ready to sign. But then Levy pulled the curtain under it. Bastoni, I have heard from a very good source that he would have come if Conte had signed a longer-term deal, because he would not have come to Tottenham to play for Tottenham. He would have come to Tottenham to play with Conte because he loved him. So
I have a feeling most players are obtainable if you're prepared to meet the club's asking price and pay a wage that the player likes.
Yeah, Inter are desperate to sell him.
If you're a club playing in the biggest... Yeah, if you're playing for a club in the biggest league in the world and you're looking to challenge for honours, that's still an appealing prospect, especially being in London.
It's 8 degrees centigrade out here, feeling like fall. I need to watch that. Penguin is absolutely insane. Love it. You don't know the people in Italian football that I know, Angus, and they say he was ready to sign. I know some big people in Italian football. That Skriniar was ready to come. And Bastoni would have come because Inter were desperate to sell him because they had a money crisis at that moment, which is why the club the owners that own Inter they liquidated their other team that literally just won the Chinese league. They liquidated their other team because they had money problems.
There's truth in that. Ben does get to rub shoulders with a few people that most of us wouldn't.
So it was Romano. No, is someone higher up than Romano. Romano's just an age. Romano is great, but there's a few people. There's a few people also up the Juve.
Forza Juve.
They're doing okay at the moment. They're sick. So they're better than Tottenham.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it, of course, because I'm a lifelong Juve fan.
Yeah, absolutely. No. What do you think of David Coote's comments about Liverpool and Klopp? As a Liverpool fan, I was disgusted.
I've saw the whole thing, and it just smacked of somebody that's had a few drinks and they're having a laugh with their friends. Yeah. Nothing more than that. Yeah, of course, you wouldn't like hearing it about your own club, would you? But I think it was just a big wind-up thing. It was never meant to go public
Yeah.
in the first place. What's wrong with that? People should be able to allowed to say silly things.
That is why you never put anything on. That's why if you are in that position, you've got to be so careful. Like if I was him now,
that's the trouble with having a few beers, isn't it?
The bloke that leaked his mate that's leaked that, he should never be friends with him again.
Yeah,
he has betrayed his trust on a level that you will never betray. That is unbelievable betrayal, and that's just to get money and clicks and likes.
But yeah, Philip, you're right though. I mean, if it's being said about your own team, of course you should be disgusted by it.
Of course, it's disgusting what he said, but he's a bloke. He's a bloke that loves football. That's how they talk. That's how blokes who love football talk. We all say it. But knows the boys in Italy. What comments? Oh, the ref. Michael Oliver definitely did one of them videos saying stuff about Arsenal 100. Yeah, that's what you always say. That's what you always say, but we don't know until we know it. But that's how blokes talk about football.
The vast majority of refs are football fans as well, so they will have biases when it comes to when they're not doing their job. I just don't see.
And if they're treated shit by a football manager, which he obviously was, because you could see it as visceral between how he was treated, you're going to say that.
And he also said at the end of it as well, didn't he? But there's James Milner. I've got no problem with him whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's very specific what happened. Kind of rings true, doesn't it?
Yeah. But there we go. He has an agenda against Liverpool. These refs never get an account. No, they don't. I personally believe they've got to do for refs what they do to managers and players. After the game, they should interview the referees. So the referees have to speak in front of a camera and justify the decisions they made. All the big decisions they made.
Or they do what they do in international tournaments. Get foreign refs in.
Yep.
And send your refs out to foreign countries.
They're better. If they had Italian refs in the UK, a VAR would work. It still wouldn't be what we like it to be because I hate VAR, but they actually get decisions right. It's only in this league are they awful. So more non-biased refs, get some foreign refs because again, Kuv, as you said, English refs are going to have a bias. They are from that country, and they like football, so they're going to have a bias. An Italian ref comes here that supports Sampdoria. He's not going to care if Man United beat Liverpool. He's not going to care. Sampdoria.
However, I will also sort of take that back in a way as well, because I still believe the vast majority of refs in this country do an unbiased job when they get on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's professional pride, isn't it?
Yeah.
They know if they make absolutely dreadful, biased-looking decisions week after week that they won't keep their job. So why would they do that? No, I think a lot gets read into it. Like I said, it's normal though as a fan, isn't it? When it goes against you, you're going to take it as a bias confirmation. If they're up against your club, they hate you. I really don't feel that's the way though. There's going to be occasions when there is, though, as there always is. There is corruption in sport.
Humans are biased people. Humans cannot be neutral. We're not neutral people. You can't go your life without having biases towards certain people. Look at Formula One. Look how biased that is a lot of the time. So it's the only way to reduce it is to bring people from other countries to do it.
Yeah, so it's like the basis for stereotyping and everything as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see or hear something and you've already formed an opinion on that thing, especially when it comes to people. So you could have a ref turning up, it's not totally neutral, and take a dislike to some of the players on the team over the course of the first few minutes. That affects his decision making. I mean, human after all. Is it biased on deliberately set out to ruin a team? I just can't believe that's the case. It must have happened a few times, though. It must have. Yeah,
I totally agree with you, Coos. Mike Dean, the perfect example. Mike Dean had a game against Tottenham. We gave us a load of decisions. The other team, I believe it was Villa, I believe it was Villa at the time. They started singing Mike Dean is a Tottenham fan. And then Mike Dean never gave us a big decision. And for the rest of time, like that time when they thought he was celebrating, that was just Mike Dean. They thought he was celebrating against Arsenal when we scored, when he was like running like that. That was just Mike Dean being a twat. He was a crap ref. He never gave us a decision again.
There's one of the cup finals as well. I've forgotten which one it was now, but the ref famously celebrated at the end.
Yep.
And everybody went, "Oh Christ, he rigged that match." Then no, I think he's just celebrating the occasion. He got everything went well for him, and job done. So you read into it what you like, but
yeah, absolutely.
Your assessment of a referee is going to be biased.
Like Craig Pawson, when we scored against Man City in the last minute, when he looked like visibly upset, is another one. Afternoon, good to see you, Black Buddy. Good to see you. Can't remember your name, but good to see you. And he said his name the other day, but I just can't remember what his name is. One of the most punchable faces. Remember, he ran off like it was. He's just a shit ref. Release the hounds on them. Release the hounds. Release the hounds. What is this door?
I wouldn't say it's fair, Rinketic, to say typical Arsenal fan hating every ref. I think you can remove the Arsenal part from that. Just typical fan.
Yeah.
All
fans think the ref is against them.
Yep. The ref robbed us is a phrase for good meat.
Yeah.
Good reason.
There is a reason
ever since I was born.
There is a reason that fans still chant "Same old Arsenal, always cheating." They still chant it today after 30 years. Same old Arsenal, always cheating. Because they did. They did. Arsenal used to dive. They used to fall over, milking decisions. There's a reason they... Mike Riley, yep. Mike Riley's another one. Shocking ref. Shocking. But this is true.
I know one ref nobody will ever say they're being biased. Remember Uriah Rennie?
No, I don't remember him.
Big black bloke who knew martial arts. You don't mess with him.
Yeah. Don't mess with him. Bring back the 80s, but what's the beam? Brilliant. Newsden. Look, but that was milking decisions. But what Arsenal used to do was flat out cheating. Same old Arsenal. No one's ever chanted same old Tottenham always cheating because we always get told we're soft.
I remember back in the 90s in particular. Remember if Man United or Arsenal had a conceded a goal or didn't get a penalty, you watch all their players swarm around the referee trying to bully him into making changing his decision. And they did it all the time.
Yeah. Chelsea under Mourinho. Chelsea under Mourinho. The moment anything, even a throw-on went the other way, the entire team would surround the ref and scream in their faces.
Yeah.
Arsenal were very much like that.
It was absolute screaming as well. You remember, I'm trying to think some of the players, it's always stood out most for me with Man United. I think it might have been Yap Stam or someone like that.
Yeah.
If he's an intimidating bloke, he gets in your face screaming at things.
Yeah.
It's back. Man City, Erling Haaland, he's a big bloke.
Yeah.
If he's going to be towering over you, yelling in your face about a decision to the point where the blood vessels popping on the side of his head, it's intimidating. They shouldn't be doing it. They should be fined for that sort of behaviour, as far as I'm concerned.
Remember when Man United were 5 minutes extra time? Absolutely. I think what the ref robbed us and Arsenal, the same old Arsenal. I was cheating because then the refs are W's. And we won't do that. Yeah. You got to do it. I remember the White Hart Lane in the 2-2. The 2-2 that Arsenal won the league. Vieira flat out booted someone. Like flat out kicked someone as hard as he could. And when the player was on the floor, Vieira screamed in their faces, "Get up!" after he just kicked him. If I was kicked by Vieira, I would go to Mars. How hard he kicked him. Who was the ref for Mendez's goal? Oh, it was
Oh,
Mark
it's got to be
Clattenburg. It was
Clattenburg, hasn't
Mark
it?
Clattenburg.
It's always Clattenburg when it's something really major like that.
Yeah. Martin Keown skip. Yeah, absolutely.
Collini.
Who was terrifying? Yeah, yep. Collina was a
Collina, that's it, yeah.
He was a proper ref. Alex Ferguson got 20.
And,
Yeah, he
and
did.
yet the Italians didn't get our obsession with him. They thought he was just a normal ref.
He was so good. Good to see you, Auntie Kate. Hopefully you're well, miss.
There you go, Kate.
Hopefully it's not too serious. Not too serious. Get that mouthwash in. Get that toothpaste. Let's go.
Get wired up so we don't have to listen to you anymore. Big up, Kate.
Hopefully it's Noel Gamble. That's him. Thought it was like one of the players. Yep. Mark Clattenburg. What a tosser. What a tosser he was.
Yeah, he seemed to sort of get by okay, but that's probably our one we look at and think he's robbed us so often.
Yep. Clattenburg has robbed us a lot of times.
There's been a few like it, but like we said earlier, every fan and throughout the country, you all say that about your some refs that have done bad by you.
Yeah.
What can you do? It's natural, isn't it?
I love that Angus is always so short. Arsenal will get the XYZ, but when we talk about Spurs, it's fake news. Yep.
True.
That's the beauty of being a football fan.
Absolutely no problem with that whatsoever.
Yep. It's the beauty of football. No mouths, okay. Just struggling with my fibro since Sunday. I'm so knackered. Bed, cup of tea, and a lovely movie. Indiana Jones. It's a great movie. Roger Milford, my favourite ref. I can't remember Roger Milford. Fantastic. What a day that was. It was a great day. Really good day. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired after the last couple of days. But we're moving forward.
We are. What do we move forward with?
Football chat, Coover, and I hate it.
Too much football chat.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with a bit of banter and a bit of bias. That's what this community is missing at the moment. A bit of banter. It's all football at the end of the day. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, what gets me so annoyed now, it's depressing, is everything's turned into fan against likewise the same fan of the same team. It's like you Levy out, you Levy in, you're Ange out, you're Ange in, and you're forced to be one of these camps and at war with the other one. What's wrong with just being Spurs fans and taking the out of Angus?
We're not Spurs fans. We're not Spurs.
Oh yeah,
fans.
That's true.
We're not Spurs fans. Apparently,
just be a Spurs fan. Take the Mickey out of Angus. That is what he's here for.
Yeah, absolutely. Question for Kuva: Who would beat? Would you? Yes, he would beat me in a boxing. Everyone would beat me in a boxing match. Minerals.
You know what? I probably wouldn't, mate. I've got such chronic injuries to both knees and one shoulder.
Yeah, it's not kickboxing. It's not kickboxing.
Get anywhere. You could just dance around the ring and just keep popping in the shots.
I could be like that. I could be Tyson Fury. One of the best things about being a sports fan is you realise your team is shit. It's strangely liberating just to love to hate them. Absolutely. Levy in, Glazer in, Kroenke in. Absolutely. Get them all in. We're the same at Arsenal. Milford, 91 Cup final. Didn't send off Gaza. Love the bloke. Just biased.
That was a bad.
You are the problem. I love
Paul Gascoigne, but that outrageous challenge on Gary Charles, that was red card all day long.
Ben could float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Absolutely, I could do it. I'd
imagine you floating like a butterfly and stinging like a butterfly.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's
Did you want Spurs to lose? But I didn't care.
Never
didn't care.
Never in the history of the club have I wanted us to lose a single game.
But you can't blame people for wanting to lose, can you?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Yeah.
But again, that's all Levy's doing, isn't it?
I can't be that bad about my hatred for Arsenal that I literally want to cheer for an opposition team to beat my own. No, no. Things are won and lost over the course of a season when it comes to the league, not an individual game.
The fact they're making it about an individual game is just Arsenal weren't going to win that league, were they? They weren't going to win it.
No, I mean, when it happened, that City game, I tried not to be angry with other fans.
I wanted Sonny to score. I wanted as soon as Sonny went through on goal, I wanted him to score. I wanted him to score. It's if we'd won, I would have been happy that we'd beat, because that was an amazing performance. It was really annoying, that game, because it's the one game most people didn't want to win, and that was the game we actually put in our best performance. We put in an amazing performance that day. We played for 90 minutes, and we actually showed.
I don't think any Arsenal fan could say we threw that game.
We played brilliantly that day, but we were beaten by a much better side.
Oh no, I'd take it back. Angus definitely would have said we threw the game.
Yeah. It's really weird because we played really well that game, and if we'd have won that game, I would have been delighted we won that game of football. But I didn't care if we lost. I didn't care.
It's our club, isn't it? When there's no pressure on, we can play.
Yeah.
The moment there's the slightest bit of correct pressure, we crumble. We put in pathetic performances when a team decides to try hard or defend well, or simple things in the game that we don't do. The other team does it, they will beat us. It's so frustrating. Never used to be like this.
I didn't want us to lose, but wasn't bothered when we did. Yeah, wasn't bothered. Country is crappier. Yeah, that's what cost you the league. Losing twice to Aston Villa. Did Son miss? No, Son didn't miss on purpose.
No way.
No. It was Ortega was brilliant that day. Did you celebrate Man City? No, I didn't. No. I wouldn't celebrate a team scoring against my team. I wouldn't celebrate it. I did wear my light blue Spurs shirt, though, because it was funny. Because everyone did, and it was funny.
You know what? That's acceptable. It's still a Spurs shirt.
No other kit, no other team, except for Juventus. I've worn a Milan kit. What's it called? I've worn a Milan kit as well, but because I don't have an Italian team really, except for this year where we support Juventus. Forza Juventus. No other teams are like. If someone said, "I'm going to pay you £1 million to wear an Arsenal shirt," but it's weird. I wouldn't wear another team's kit. I remember my mum bought me a Chelsea kit because my mum didn't understand football. And my dad burnt it in the garden, said, "We do not support Chelsea." He burnt it in the incinerator.
There was another club's kit I wore for a little while. That was after Hillsborough, and I wore a Liverpool shirt for a month.
Yeah.
Just that's on a human level. That's not club support. That's just showing a bit of tragedy is always going to be. You always got to support the people that have to go through it.
Yeah, like everyone more. But speaking of the City game, Ange threw that game against. He literally threw that game against Galatasaray. Anything other than he threw that game by that team's, he threw it. So any Ange fanboy that says that I wanted to lose versus Man City, Ange deliberately played a shit team versus Galatasaray to try and get a result against Ipswich. And look how that worked out. Look how it worked out. He threw that game. He absolutely threw that game against Galatasaray. No one can tell me he wanted to win that game of football with that team he played.
Yeah,
no substitutions at half time. No one can tell me he wanted to win that game because we got worse.
There's there's a point where you've got to have some sort of professional pride. You can't just sit there and watch an avalanche of chances coming against your team. If you're on the brink of getting a hiding like that, you go defensive for a bit. You try and get some sort of damage limitation or something. You just don't let it happen.
Yeah.
It was, and there's no. I'm not buying a single word of this. Oh, we were resilient. We nearly came back to get a draw in the end.
Yeah.
Technically, we did nearly get a draw in the end, but We should have been
We
10 goals down by
We
then.
were battered.
I've never seen us battered to that extent. Never.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were actually worse than the team that went out to play Colne in the Intertoto Cup in the 90s and
Yeah.
lost 9-0 or 8-0 or 9-0. I forgot which
Big
now.
up Adam Pardew.
That was a team full of basically Spurs outcasts, rejects, and making up the numbers because we didn't want to be in the competition. And they looked more competent losing by that scoreline.
We played better. We played better in the game we lost 7-2 to Bayern Munich.
That 15 minutes after half time against Galatasaray is off the charts on how bad it was. I've never seen Spurs that bad.
Yeah. It's all right, Ben. You can now get NFL experience premium seats for the United game worth every penny. Oh, for God's sake. For God's sake.
Did you notice, though, we're now third in the profitability table?
Yeah, we are.
For sports teams. The other two above us are NFL. We just need to change sport now, don't we? We're there.
Yeah.
Then we can celebrate. Oh, we could get top of that.
It finished 3-2 because Gala couldn't be bothered to finish us off. They knew they had us.
Bucket loads of chances, didn't they? Bucket loads.
30 shots on goal.
I can't even think of a time another team's conceded that many. That's the sort of tally you get when you're a minnow in the Premier League and you go to Man City at their prime, or Liverpool when they're on fire. They're capable of doing that sort of thing against lesser teams. Yeah. Or against Man United, comically, the other season. But it shouldn't happen. You've got to at least show you're competent. You might not be as good as the other team, but you don't just surrender like that and let it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't see Hans just like having a meal at the pitch side or something. Just
he basically
watching a bit of TV.
Some people criticise Nuno for standing there like a garden gnome. Ange looks like a garden gnome. He's got the beard to show it as well. He's got the grey beard. All he needs is the red hat, and he looks like a gnome. He stands there with his hands in his arms the entire game, doing absolutely.
There are people out there that'll have a right old moan about, oh look, Cooves and Ben, they're moaning about Ange again. I want to know how those people possibly defend what happened against Galatasaray. What defence is there?
They say it was a dead rubber game and it didn't mean anything. Of course it does.
That match just by itself is sackable offence as far as I'm concerned. That was horrific. That's beyond embarrassing. Yeah. That's the point we give up that there's any hope left whatsoever here.
Most importantly, we threw that game of football. We threw it. It was a dead rubber game a lot. We've not qualified yet. We've not qualified. What if we lose the next 4 games? It's possible because we can lose to Ipswich with our full team out.
Yeah.
So we can. We've not qualified yet. They're like Tottenham fans are speaking like we've qualified and there's only 1 game to go. We've not qualified yet. We've got to play Rangers, which is a very difficult game in Scotland. We've got to play Roma, who have just changed their manager. They're changing their manager, just sacked their manager. They're going to have a new manager bounce. We've got to win 2 games, and we've got some difficult games coming up.
Yeah.
No, mate. No. We had less shots than that when we scored 9 versus Wigan. Yep.
Yep.
Let's be kind to Tom Friends, Ange and Levy. You just need to watch that show that we just were on Minerals.
I could go through it just quickly, though. Jerry Francis took over an incredibly talented bunch of players in the forward line. Well, defenders as well. Some of them were great. But we had like the likes of Jurgen Klinsmann, Teddy Sheringham, Darren Anderson playing brilliantly. And over the course of 3 years, he managed to squeeze all the life out of that attacking flair in the team and turn us into this journeyman, plodding, average team that wasn't worth watching. Yeah. And you had no hope of winning anything again. Oh, my God, it was diabolical. He should have been shot.
Yeah.
No, I can't say that, but he should have been metaphorically shot.
From a job perspective, he should have been shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Spurs will lose their next 5, and that'll be the end of him. I think we'll lose against Man City because they're going to have half their team. They're going to have their team back after the international break. They're going to have their big players back, except for Rodri. and I think we'll lose to Fulham. Fulham are playing okay at the moment.
The trouble is, in our last few matches, you've got the City result, which was good, got through in the cup, commendable. I don't care if they had a weakened team, so did we. That's fair enough. Great result against Villa. That really was
Brilliant
a
result.
thumping good win. But then you've got to look at the ones that go alongside it. The result at Palace, who were in the bottom three. The result with Ipswich, who were in the bottom three.
Yeah.
Neither of those had won. And then what's going to be coming up? Oh, then there's the Galatasaray, absolute abomination of a game. That on paper it's going to go down. It goes down as 3-2, and you think it was a close game, and it was not.
No.
Now we've got City coming up. We lose at City, and we usually do lose at City, despite what people seem to think about our record. We do lose to them more times than they beat us.
If we lose to City, we could be in 13th. You're right, Angus.
Yeah, so every time we do something good or string together any sort of promising results together, we undo it in spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
And then we repeat that again. We are. You look at the league form: 5 wins, 5 losses. It's good one week, bad the next. That's it. That doesn't win you things.
Absolutely. Lose to Fulham, sack Ange and take Fulham's. I like someone. No, he's a mercenary. For me, not for me. I do like Marco Silva, but I think he is. I think he's a mercenary. I don't like him.
I quite like him. They play some decent stuff to Fulham, to be fair.
I can see City absolutely annihilating Tottenham. I can see that. I've always said Ange's pulling wool over our eyes. We're so desperate for a cup. We are fooling ourselves. Absolutely. Yeah. I'll still take 17th and win the FA Cup. Absolutely.
And the other narrative for this season as well is, don't worry about the league. Just go all out for the cups, because that gets us into Europe. Great. What happens if we don't win the cup then?
Yeah.
Then we're back to no Europe and a pointless league season it was.
Yep.
So what's the good in that? You've got to make sure you get good league position no matter what. It's the easiest and most consistent way to get yourself into Europe, and we do need to be in Europe.
Absolutely. Tweaky, for me, City lose, Roma lose, Fulham win, Bournemouth lose, Chelsea lose. Goodbye, Ange. Okay. But yeah, if those are the results, yeah.
That's ridiculous. We're not beating Fulham.
Worst time to be playing City. Pep will be demanding a reaction from his players when they come back. Absolutely. Kevin De Bruyne back as well. He'll be fit. You are done for. You can see it. You can see it. A lot of that. Doku will be back. Grealish will be back.
We do have the hoodoo over City compared to other teams, for sure. The statistics literally back up that argument.
Yeah.
But like I said, we still lose to them more times than we win against them. And that hoodoo does not last forever.
Yeah.
There was a point where they hadn't beaten us at the new stadium. They have now.
Gone now.
Yeah. So these little records do fall, and our record against them isn't stunning. It's not some stellar, we thrash them every time. No, it's just a little bit better than other teams are. That's all.
Have we progressed since Nuno? No. I don't think so. Kevin De Bruyne will eat Bentancur Basuma. Probably. We have regressed since last season. We have. Foden will be back as well. But we are Spurs. We could beat City. We could beat City.
It is football at the end of the day. So only 11 men against 11 men. You could do it, but I wouldn't put money on it. That's for sure.
That's all I've heard on Spurs media. Cups is all that matters. Fuck the league. Do you honestly believe Levy thinks that? No. Yeah. It's like people come into the club and they've never watched Tottenham before. They don't understand the history of the club.
The league position is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. It's the one thing that guarantees where you're going to be next season. It guarantees whether you're going to be in that division at all. And it also determines whether you're going to be in European football and which competition it is. Yeah. It's always going to be the most important. But there's no reason why you can't do solid league positions and have a squad capable of rotating and go well in the cups too. don't. We don't have that. Our backups are not good enough, clearly, and the first team isn't good enough on quite a regular basis.
Yeah.
So, what are we expecting this season? Just saying all out for the cups doesn't mean anything's happening. But I'm still going to say the quad's on because right now it is. So until we start getting knocked out of cups, which obviously we will, let's keep going on it and train. Woo.
Ooh. So
Whoa,
I've got
whoa.
Sissy's injuries. Diaz will be back. Ruben Diaz will be back on the 23rd of this month. John Stones will be back on the 23rd of this month. Grealish will be back on the 23rd. Doku is got a muscle injury, no return date. They've got Rodri is out till next season. So the rest of their team.
That is always the big one for them, isn't it, Rodri?
Rodri, yeah.
And we're not just saying it's because it's a one-man team. We are talking about one of the best players on planet Earth. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akanji might be out as well. It didn't come up on my phone, but he might be back as well.
They'll have enough of their big players back though to be a
give us a game, yeah.
Force, especially at the Etihad.
Yeah. And we're shit away from home as well. We're dreadful away from home.
We are, yeah.
But there we go. On that note, that's the end of the miserable show. It's the two miserable folks back at it again. But Coobs, when can we next find you? And oh yeah, it's the Brew and Bollocks show. We got Brew and Bollocks tomorrow, haven't we?
It's the only thing I've got planned.
It's the only one we got planned. But thank you all so much for watching this show. We will be back at 3:30 UK time for the Brew and Bollocks podcast with myself, the Coov, and the Kang.
I've got a phrase to see us out with this time.
Oh, we do. He is.
Don't be in one of the fan camps with Ange in or Ange out or Levy in, Levy out. Just be a Spurs fan. Just be a Spurs fan.
Absolutely. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Catchphrase, Coover.
Meh train.
Meh train. And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, they seem impossible to score. So I dream of